Alright, welcome back to the Apothecary Diaries anime review, episode number 14. Basically, when I finished watching these episodes, 43 and 44, I'm officially caught up with the series. Yep, and now this one is basically joining the anime review schedule temporarily. Yes, just to finish the season up. It's only about 4 more to go. Yep, so basically this will end with the finale with episode 18. So in these two episodes, we have basically where Mao Mao is doing, well, while she's at the village with, let me make sure I get these names right here. And we got a ton of revelations over the course of these two episodes alone. Yes, so in the case of Mao Mao, where like they have this festival with these masks, and they paint the mask, and they do bring up something related to, well, wishes with this one, this episode. Yeah. So, let's see here. I had to briefly go to a website I haven't gone to in a long time. Yeah, this is not helping. Here we go. So, here we go. Trying to find the person's name here, excuse me. So, Shusui, well, she's with Mao Mao making the mask, and then by the way, she's voiced by Susie Young. Yeah, access email. I haven't really accessed in a long time. Hmm. There we go. Anyways, so basically, then of course she's brought to a basically back room where apparently she can't leave for reasons, and then she and the young boy who was there, introduced the previous episode, yeah, it takes her to this shed, which of course they decided to move due to due to the fact that basically it's there. So, yeah. Yeah, so brought this shed, and then basically, looking around, we're introduced to, well, we finally unveiled the biggest secret related to the series. Well, it relates to one of the concubines, well, the consorts mostly. Basically, Shishu is actually Lawan, and she has been all along. Yeah, so a concubine, a consort disguised himself as a servant girl to close to Mao Mao. Like, oh, the apothecary thing. Apparently, that the tall woman who had the pose was another concubine. Well, turns out basically that she's actually her half sister from the same father but different mother, and the fact that her mom openly disrespects her by slapping her and like, ooh, you found this place. Basically, she wanted and she threatened Mao Mao to be beaten with a cane 100 times. They're like, no, this actually is the apothecary I told you about. Actually, it's Lao and oh, she has this immortal thing. So then she's brought to basically like this, the original apothecary's room. We're like, oh, this is nice. And yeah, and then of course, like, they can't leave. Of course, she gets me with basically the head lady, gives her similar excuses, and meets up with the kid, and that's it for Mao Mao. Meanwhile, the rear palace, basically, where Locken's adopted son basically finds out, ooh, that there's all these funds in this massive fortress, and then Locke himself shows up, basically very angry at the fact that, well, Justin, which of course he openly reveals, like, his son already knew all along, the fact that he was actually the Moon Prince. And then, of course, basically that, well, Mama was not the father, who's actually, of course, she reveals later on she was actually her great uncle. And basically, it's like, so then they formally request basically the Emperor's aid to unleash the the Forbidden Army onto this one rebel stronghold to retrieve Mao Mao. And he considers it. This also basically, if she's brought back, she might be interrogated very heavily. Mm-hmm. But overall, really good episode. I thoroughly enjoy this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, really good 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. Yep. And with that, basically, like I said, all caught up. Yep. So that is pretty much it, particular view. Please be sure to like and subscribe to notifications. Next up is Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. Okay, let's go. Bye.